Hello friends, welcome you all. Today in this lecture, I am going to discuss with you the second part of offer document, that is scheme information document SID. It is an important document to get the all information about the scheme and mutual fund for the investor. It is a second part of offer document. In the previous lecture, we have discussed new fund offer, that is the first part of offer document. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss all the details about scheme information documents. So let us start with the meaning of scheme information document. It is one of the many in fund offer documents and has almost all the information about a mutual fund scheme, details like what are the minimum subscription amount, that is how many units investor have to purchase, then exit and entry load. Load means here commission. So exit commission, what charges the investor have to pay for exit from the scheme, and what charges the investor have to pay in case of entry in the scheme. SIP detail, that is systematic investment plan if scheme have, then what are the details, minimum subscription for SIP, the period, tenure for SIP, etc. Then fund manager details and their experience. See, here fund manager is very important from the viewpoint of return the scheme will generate, because fund manager and their experience matters a lot for returns in the scheme, because fund manager is the only person who takes the decisions about where to invest and where to what to purchase from the fund under the management. So risk level is again the important thing which is included in the scheme information document. The objective of the schemes, where this scheme is going to invest, and what type of this scheme is, hybrid scheme or it is equity scheme or it is a debt scheme. So objective and all the information about the scheme is included in the scheme information document, that is SID. All mutual funds fund advertisements require investor to read fund offer document before investing, and it is expected to read all the document carefully. If we see the advertisement on televisions and on YouTube's and many more modes, you will find that at the end of mutual funds advertisement, there is one sentence, that is mutual fund is subject to market risk and read all documents carefully. So the documents which investor have to read, these documents, NFO, then scheme information document. The main aim of offer and scheme related document is to keep investor informed about the mutual fund scheme in all aspects. Every investment need to be an informed investment, and such documents, if read, give a push to the much needed transparency. What is the difference between SID and SAI? SID is scheme information document which has detail of the scheme, and SAI, that is statement of additional information which has statutory information about the mutual fund that is offering the scheme. It stands to reason that a single statement of additional information is relevant for all the scheme offered by a mutual fund. In practice, SID and SAI are two separate documents, though the legal technicality is that SAI is part of SID. Both documents are prepared in the format prescribed by the SEBI and submitted to the SEBI. The content need to flow in the same sequence as in the prescribed format given by the SEBI. The mutual fund is permitted to add any disclosure which it feels is material for the investor. So mutual fund have the freedom to add some additional information for the purpose of awareness, to increase the awareness of investors. Since investors are not sophisticated expert of finance or law, the documents are prepared in a simple language and in clear and concise and easy to understand style. So here the one care taken by the mutual fund, that is the language of information, style of information is simple and clear, concise. It is expected from the SEBI. While SEBI does not approve or disapprove of documents, it gives its observation only. So SEBI does not approve any kind of document of mutual fund, but it gives its observation, what should be excluded or what should be included, etc. The mutual fund needs to incorporate these observations in the offer document that is offered in the market. Thus, the offer document in the market are vetted by SEBI, though SEBI does not formally approve them. What are the sections included in the SID? There are 7 primary sections of scheme information document. That is, number 1, highlights and summary, introduction, information about the scheme, unit and offer, fees and expenses, rights of unit holders, penalties and pending litigations, and all these sections we are going to discuss step by step as possible. The cover page has the name of the scheme followed by its type. For example, the scheme is open-ended, close-ended or interval. The scheme structure is given here, like equity, it is equity fund, or it is balance fund, or it is income, debt, liquid, or exchange traded fund. The expected nature of the scheme portfolio is given on the cover page. It also mentions the face value of the unit being offered, relevant NFO dates, that is new fund offer dates, opening, closing, reopening, date of SID, name of mutual fund, and name and contact information of the asset management company and trustee company is given on the cover page. Finally, the cover page has the following standard clause which every investor ought to note, investor should read. So the standard clause is like that: the particular of the scheme have been prepared in accordance with the Securities and Exchange Board of India Mutual Fund Regulation 1996. Herein after referred to as SEBI MF regulation as amended till date, and filed with SEBI along with a due diligence certificate from the asset management company. The unit being offered for public subscription have not been approved or recommended by SEBI, nor has SEBI certified the accuracy and adequacy of the scheme information document. The scheme information document sets forth concisely the information about the scheme that a prospective investor ought to know before investing. Before investing, investors should also ascertain about any further changes to this scheme information document after the date of this document from the mutual fund, investor service centers, websites, distributors, or brokers. The particular of the scheme have been prepared in accordance with the Securities and Exchange Board of India Mutual Fund Regulation 1996 as amended till date and filed with SEBI along with a due diligence certificate from the AMC. The unit being offered for public subscription have not been approved or recommended by SEBI, nor has SEBI certified the accuracy or adequacy of the scheme information document. So like that, there is a one clause which the scheme information document have. The investor are advised to refer to the additional information document, SAI, that is a statement of additional information, for details of mutual fund, tax and legal issue, and general information on the website of dash dash dash. So here website and the contact is given for legal information to the investors. SAI is incorporated by reference and it is a part of legal document. For a free copy of a current SAI, please contact your nearest investor service center or log on to our website. Like that, the matter is there. The scheme information document should be read in conjunction with the SAI and not in isolation. Contents of SID. What contents are there in the scheme information document? Table of contents, highlights, introduction, risk factors, standards, scheme specific. Under the scheme specific, there are provisions regarding minimum number of investors in the scheme, any other special consideration, definitions, due diligence certificate issued by the asset management company, information about the scheme and unit and offers. Next contents are fees and expenses. This section will give you a detailed breakup of all the applicable charges. In case of expense ratio, there are a couple of charges that are subsumed into one rate. For instance, investment management and advisory, trustee fees, audit fee, and any other fees are subsumed. This section will again talk about the entry and exit load applicable, if any. Entry load means when you invest in this scheme, you have to pay some charges, and if you exit the scheme, then some charges you have to pay, that is called exit load. Then SID contains rights of unit holder, penalties, litigation, etc. The SID mentions the proposed asset allocation, mix and nature of investment in which the money of the scheme will be deployed. So here SID contains where this scheme is going to invest, where your money is going to invest. However, names of specific securities where the scheme will invest are obviously not mentioned, sometimes mentioned or sometimes not mentioned. Draft SID is a public document available for draft SID is a public document and it is available for viewing in SEBI's website. You can visit SEBI's website, that is sebi.government.in, for 21 working days. The final SID after incorporating SEBI's observation has to be hosted on AMFI's website. That is, AMFI means Association of Mutual Funds in India, 2 days before the issue opens. Every mutual fund in its website provide for download of the SID for all its current schemes. SEBI has also instituted a product labeling system to provide investors an easy understanding of the kind of product scheme they are investing in. and its suitability to them. All mutual funds have to label their scheme on the following parameters. Number one, nature of scheme, such as to create wealth or provide regular income in an indicative time horizon, that is short, medium and long term. A brief about the investment objective in a single line sentence, followed by a kind of product in which investor is investing, that is equity and debt. Then content of SID included level of risk depicted by the color code boxes as under. Number one, blue, which says principal at low risk, yellow principal at medium risk, and brown principal at high risk. So here level of risk also depicted in the form of color code. The color code should also be described in the text beside the color code box. A disclaimer has to be included that investors should consult their financial advisor if they are not clear about the suitability of the product. Riskometer and AMC information is riskometer is given in the latest changes by the SEBI. Even before the table of contents and the SID begins, the first page of the SID almost always has the riskometer and some information about the AMC as well. It is supposed to tell investor transparently how much risk the fund carries. Equity funds generally have a higher risk than other fund categories. Next content of SID are the product labels are to be disclosed in front page of initial offering application form, that is key information memorandum and scheme information documents. The product label is to be placed in proximity to the caption of the scheme and shall be prominently visible. Common application form along with the information about the scheme. The product label is to be placed in proximity, we have seen that, and scheme information, scheme advertisement placed in manner so as to be prominently visible to the investor. Now last thing is update of SID. If a scheme is launched in the first 6 months of the financial year, say April 2010 or April 2021, then the first update of the SID is due within a 3 months of the end of the financial year, by June 2011 or by June 2021. If a scheme is launched in the second 6 months of the financial year, say October 2010, then the first update of the SID is due within 3 months of the end of the next financial year, that is by June 2012. Thereafter, SID is to be updated every year. Need based, here the regular update of SID and here need based update of SID. In case of change in the fundamental attributes, the SID has to be updated immediately after the lapse of the time period given to existing investor to exit the scheme. In case of any other change, it will be printed on a separate piece of paper and distributed along with the SID until the SID is updated. If a change is superseded by a further change, for instance change in load, then addenda are not required for the superseded change. Addenda is only required to disclose the latest position. The change is to be advertised in an English newspaper having nationwide circulation and in a newspaper of the language of the regional where the head office of the mutual fund is located. The change is to be mentioned in the website of the mutual fund also. In a summarized form, we can say that the scheme information document begin with the different risks associated with different aspect of the scheme. For example, risk associated with the equity investing, fixed income securities, that is interest rate risk, credit risk, liquidity risk, etc. Risk related to strategies like call, short selling and more. Risk associated with investing in REIT and other form. Hence, this section talks about risk associated with different underlying asset the fund is investing in, diverse investment strategies, and any other risk that an investor may be exposed to by placing their bets on the schemes. So, scheme information document is the, we can say, overall information about the scheme. Information about the scheme, asset allocation or how much will be invested in which asset, this is mentioned in great detail in the SID. Investment strategy and objectives, category of the fund, equity or debt. If equity, then it is a large cap fund or mid cap or small cap, etc. Detail about the fund manager, name of the fund manager, their experience and other fund schemes they manage. Fund info performance and top 10 holdings. The SID is usually updated in regular intervals with this information. You will not find this information when the fund is going for its new fund offer. So this is the SID, this is the form and contents of SID. Unit and offer. This section has details about how you can access the scheme. For example, different variable plan, direct or regular plan, options, eligibility for investors, minimum amount, entry exit loads, details regarding SIP, STP, call and SMS facility, taxation, etc. So friends, this was the details about scheme information document. Scheme information document contains all the details of the scheme and it is expected from the investor to read it carefully. So that is from my side in this lecture. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.